Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. Back with another one. So we're gonna pregame this upcoming week's fights. It's a slow week, really. There's only a couple of cards I'm gonna touch on, but we got the return of Gary Russell Jr., so we're gonna definitely touch on that card and talk about his fight. But I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, ask the questions. Anything you guys need, feel free to drop it. You know what I'm saying? We're talking boxing. It's all good. So we're gonna get to it though. So like I said, it's only two cards I'm gonna touch on. You know what I'm saying? It's a slow month of January. Every year starts off like that, but it's gonna start picking up, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. But we got a card from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Hugo Centeno Jr. is headlining this card. It's a bunch of guys on the card that's promoted by Demetrius Salita. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on just a few of them. Now, all these fights are not really like 100% confirmed because we gotta wait till like these guys get to the city and get tested and all that stuff. Y'all know how COVID be rocking. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a tentative type of thing, but all these fights are tentative because you never know what be happening with this. But just to touch on a couple of guys, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, Hugo Centeno. Now, Centeno is a middleweight contender, French contender. Remember, he fought Jamal Charlo. We got stopped like in the second or third round. So he been coming back. You know what I'm saying? He signed with, I think it was Lou DiBella now working with him, but he's fighting on a Salida card. So that's what's up. He had a comeback fight a couple of months ago on Showbox. It was off TV. He supposed to face off against Antonio Todd. So he need a victory because he may get a big fight. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You got the kid Winfred Harris Jr. is on the card. You know what I'm saying? Good looking prospect. Prince Dazani. He fights at 120, 118 pounds. He got a top 10 ranking in the IBF. So trying to look out for him. Quentin Randall. He on the card. That's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? From down in Texas. He had a good fight last year, but the guy pulled out. He couldn't get over here, but that's another one to look out for. You got Joseph Hicks Jr. is on the card, Joshua Paget. So it's some young guys on the card. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll have some type of some links coming out and where we can watch the fight. But it's one of these local promoted cards. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys you may find some gems, especially some young guys on the card. So yeah, for sure. They be having some good fights though. You know what I'm saying? My man Prime in the building. What's good with you, bro? Override in the building. Salute. TS Boxing. What's good with you, bro? Salute. PGH Big Dog in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's going on with y'all? Salute. All right, so that's that card. So moving on. So like I said, it's only two, right? So we got Gary versus Junior versus Mark Masayo. That's Saturday, January 22nd, live on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? It's three fights on the card. We're gonna touch on those, break it down. But like I said, it's good to see Gary Russell back. This is WBC mandatory, so we're gonna touch on it. But the first fight on the card, you got Tug Namiar versus Vic Vicious. This is a good fight, man. This like a hardcore fan type of fight because if anybody they know Vic Vicious, he can fight. He a southpaw. He moving back up to 126. That's important because he last fought at 122. He fought Rais Salim. Rais Salim stopped him. You know what I'm saying? That was Rais Salim's best performance. And it was one of those things. It was like a coming out performance for Alim. But it made like Big Pasillas can't fight though. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those highly recognized amateurs coming up. He has some long inactivity, but he can fight, and this is a good matchup. Tubbs is another one. He a good right hand puncher. He was an Olympian and stuff like that. I think he won a silver medal, I believe. He fought Gary Russell. He fought Chris Colbert. He's coming off a loss to Chris Colbert, which he performed pretty well, and that was a short notice opponent. I think he came in like a week or something like that, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, but this is a good fight, man. It's gonna open up the show. You know what I'm saying? It's at 126, so you know what I'm saying. Maybe and also too something to think about. If something happened with the main event, like if somebody pull out, one of these guys may step in to fill in the main event. So I just want to throw that out there, but hopefully everything is 100. But I have to throw that in there just in case, you know what I'm saying. But this is a pretty good opening fight for sure. This is a 50-50 fight because Casillas can box and he can punch, and then Namiar, he's more so of a aggressive type of guy, but he can box as well. So I like the matchup. Pretty decent. Then Victor Sears get stopped. Yeah, he got stopped by Rais Salim. Yep, he did. That's why I mentioned that fight was at 122. So I'm not sure. And I'm not making no excuses as well, but I'm not sure if the weight played a part because I know he was a natural 126 guy, but moved down for the opportunity because that fight he had with Aleem was a WBA eliminator. You know what I'm saying? 122, which is a hot division. So yeah, so we'll see how he looked though, and that was a long time ago. That was like maybe that's over a year ago, maybe around about a year. I think they fought last January, so he been out the ring for a while. So we'll see. All right, now we got a rematch, man. This is 140 pounds. You got Sabrina Matisse versus Pedro's Analian. Now these guys fought on the undercard of Wilder Fury 2, which Analian got the decision. Now that fight was pretty good, pretty close. Both of the guys was fighting in the pocket, throwing a lot of heavy shots and a lot of variety of combinations. Matisse is the bigger puncher. You listen to his punches, they more thudding, you know what I'm saying? They're more harder, you know what I'm saying? He can crack, you know what I'm saying? Coming into that fight, everybody was expecting him to stop my man right here. But Analian, I mean, he fought well. Um I thought Matisse won the fight, actually. Close, but I thought he won. I think like in the seventh or eighth round, um, my man Pedro scored a knockdown. He wasn't off his feet though. He just got knocked into the ropes. It was off balance, but he was hurt though. So, and I thought down the stretch, the last couple of rounds, Nalian outworked Matisse to get the decision. So it was a close fight. Maybe the knockdown kind of swayed to the judges, but this is a good fight, man. Nalian's coming off a good victory. You know what I'm saying? He fought on Triller. He fought Danny Gonzalez out of New York in a very close fight, but he got the victory. Matisse, he had some comeback victories. He stopped Malik Hawkins, then he stopped Jukabayev this past July, I believe, and that was a title eliminator in the IBF. So he's number two in the IBF. Jeremiah Ponce is number one. So if Josh Taylor vacates the title, one versus two going to fight for the vacant IBF. So this is an important fight, man. Matisse got to win this fight, of course, to get revenge and also to keep his IBF spot. So that's what's up. I expect Matisse to win this fight. I think the keys to this now, they got to make an adjustment because they was fighting on the inside. I think Matisse got this stay. He got to stay committed to the body like all the way through the fight. I think that was slowing down Analian maybe in the mid rounds of the first fight, and but I think it's gonna be pretty much like it was. You know what I'm saying? Like they stand right in front of each other throwing combinations. Now I think I want to see if Ananian is shot worn from that fight because you're taking a lot of punches from a heavy punching guy, heavy handed guy. You know what I'm saying? Is this a punch resistance still there? So that's why they're gonna fight the fight. So we'll see. But this is a pretty good fight too. This is a co-main, and they got a lot of stuff riding on it. So I can't wait for that one. All right, moving to the main event, man. This is a long awaited return for Gary Russell Jr., one of the best skilled fighters in boxing. We just don't see him enough. 31 and 1, 18 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He been a world champion, WC world champion since like March of 2015. So he got a long reign, but not like a lot of fights to it. But I like Gary Russell. He brings a lot of skills to the table. I think the biggest thing for him is to in this matchup with Magsayo, who is a explosive type of guy, got a different type of rhythm, strong, carry his power throughout the fight. He has to offset that rhythm, and by the way he can do that is throwing a lot of jabs. Now, Gary Russell throws a lot of jabs regardless, but those not really um, you know, he ain't really setting nothing up. Well, he set stuff up with it, but it's more so of a pawing jab to keep you at home because he got fast hands. You know what I'm saying? He could throw a lot of jabs and keep you at home. If you try to counter his jab, he'll end up beating you to the punch with his counters. You know what I'm saying? So um, when he's throwing 30, 35 to 40 jabs around, um, he's normally dominating the fight. Like the fight gonna be like 9 rounds to three. You know what I'm saying? Like the majority of his fights. So I can see Gary Russell doing that. He's faster. The one thing I like to see Gary do in this fight is go to the body. Mac Masayo been dropped to the body at least one time that I've seen against Chris Avalos when he fought him in Philippines, and he been dropped his last fight too. So he's not indestructible. And you can tell when in his last fight against Seha, he was going to the body against Magsayo, it was slowing him down. You know what I'm saying? And he dropped him. So he just came from behind with that big knockout late in the fight. For Magsayo, Magsayo, he's fighting a older guy, inactive guy. I think he got to put the pressure on. He gotta be smart with his pressure, and he gotta punch in combinations. Don't just throw one punch at a time, and don't load up for one big shot. If you're gonna throw that straight right hand down the pipe, you gotta have a left hook coming right behind it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something coming behind it, and he want to kind of time Gary Russell and match his speed. He can't be able to match his speed, but you can time speed. So that's what you're gonna have to do. This kid is explosive, yo. He's a big, strong, sturdy guy. Man, he's not gonna fight on the inside, nothing like that. But I think with Gary Russell being flat footed, in all of his fights, basically, Mark Marcelo has an opportunity to jump in with something big and get out, or land something quick and get, what I'm saying? Maybe he can stun Gary Russell with something crazy, but that's probably like his only path to win this fight if he lands something big. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to fight on the back foot, and I can see Gary Russell pushing him back. So that's the thing he's gonna have to work on. He's gonna have to get his jab going as well, go to the body and kind of slow down Gary Russell. And I think it's a good fight though. It's interesting because with the whole dynamic that Gary Russell been out the ring for so long, I mean, we know what to expect, but we really don't know what to expect because we don't know. It haven't been 1 year this time. It's been 2 years he been out of the ring. Normally it's just one. So, and Mark Marcelo been active, so that plays a role. Me, picking this fight, I like Gary Russell. I like Gary Russell. Unanimous decision. 8 rounds to four, 9-3. I think he'll get off to a good start with his jab, and he's going to make Marcelo pay. And I think he'll be able to time him. We'll see if he still got the legs and stuff like that, and still got not just the legs, but the reflexes. That's what I'm looking for when I see this fight. But it's a pretty good one though. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good fight. Trill Hill in the building. Salute to you. Magsayo is very quick. Yeah, he's very quick and explosive. You know what I'm saying? So I like this fight though. It's a good matchup, man. I think it's gonna be I think it's one of those fights where I think Gary will get out to a good start, maybe 4-zip. He's gonna be winning those rounds. And then I think Magsayo gonna pick up the work rate, you know what I'm saying, try to land something crazy. He just can't get caught up in trying to land one punch at a time. Gary Russell will see that and he'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, counter that all day. So we'll see. But all together, it's a good card. Three good fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's a slow week, you know what I'm saying, once again, but still, it's still boxing, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna start picking up. So I suggest everybody to go ahead and tune in. Um this Gary Russell card is on Showtime. I'm still trying to find a link for this Hugo Centeno card. But yeah, check me out on my social media, Twitter at OverJ. Feel free to hit me behind the scenes or whatnot. Instagram, L Does Boston, scrolling across the bottom. Feel free, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? That's my time, and I'm out.